Docker has taken the tech world by storm, and for good reason. Containers, the heart of Docker, offer a lightweight and portable way to package and run applications. Imagine shipping your application as a self-contained unit, complete with all its dependencies, ready to run anywhere. That's the magic of Docker. But the magic doesn't stop there. Docker also simplifies how containers talk to each other and the outside world. This networking wizardry is what lets you build complex applications with containers that seamlessly communicate. Think of a web server container that needs to talk to a database container. Docker networking makes this communication effortless, allowing containers to function together as a cohesive unit. Whether you're a seasoned developer or just starting your Docker journey, understanding Docker networking is essential for unlocking the full potential of containerized applications. When you first dive into the world of Docker networking, you'll come across the default bridge network. It's like the friendly neighborhood park of Docker networks, where containers can hang out and chat. This bridge network acts as an intermediary, allowing containers on the same host to communicate while keeping them separate from the outside world. Think of it as a private party where only invited containers can join the fun. Docker automatically creates this bridge network, making it super easy to get started. When you launch a container without specifying a network, it joins the default bridge network by default. This plug-and-play approach makes the default bridge network a great starting point for experimenting with container communication. As your Docker skills level up, you might want more control over your container networks. That's where user-defined bridges come in. These bridges give you the power to create isolated networks with custom configurations. Imagine you're building a multi-tiered application with a web server, an application server, and a database. You can create separate bridges for each tier, limiting communication between them and enhancing security. For example, only the application server would have access to the database, while the web server remains isolated. This segmentation strengthens your application's security posture by minimizing potential attack vectors. User-defined bridges give you the flexibility to design your network architecture according to your application's specific needs. Section 4. Joining the host, direct network access. In some scenarios, you might need your containers to have direct access to the host machine's network. This is where the host network mode comes into play. It's like giving your container a VIP pass to bypass the Docker network stack entirely. Containers running in host mode share the host's network interfaces, allowing them to directly communicate with other devices on the network. This mode is particularly useful when you need maximum performance or when your application relies on low-level networking features. However, it's important to note that using host mode comes with security implications. Containers running in this mode have the same network access as the host, so it's crucial to ensure that the host itself is properly secured. Think of it like inviting someone to stay at your house. You're granting them access to your space and resources, so it's essential to trust them. Section 5. MAC-VLAN. Bridging the gap between containers and the real world. MAC-VLAN, or Mac Virtual Local Area Network, is a networking feature that lets you connect Docker containers directly to your physical network. It's like giving your containers their own Ethernet cables, allowing them to communicate with devices outside the Docker host as if they were physical machines. This is particularly useful when you need to integrate your containers with existing network infrastructure, such as hardware load balancers or firewalls. Instead of relying on Docker's network address translation, NAT, MAC-VLAN assigns each container a unique MAC address on the physical network. This direct connection improves network performance and simplifies integration with existing network management tools. Section 6. Dive in. The world of Docker networking awaits. Docker networking is a fundamental aspect of working with containers. It empowers you to build complex, distributed applications that communicate seamlessly. From the simplicity of the default bridge network to the flexibility of user-defined bridges, Docker provides the tools to craft the perfect network architecture for your needs. Whether you're just starting your Docker journey or you're a seasoned pro, take some time to explore the world of Docker networking. Experiment with different network types, play with container communication, and unlock the full potential of Docker for your applications.